February 21, 2022. Russia's FSB says shell from Ukrainian territory destroys Russian border guard post. Moscow, February 21. Reuters. Russia's FSB security service said on Monday a shell fired from Ukrainian territory had completely destroyed a border guard post in Russia's Rostov region, but caused no casualties. Ukraine denied responsibility for the incident, which took place at a moment of extreme tension between the two countries as Russia continues to deny statements from the United States and its allies that it could invade Ukraine at any time. At 9:50 a.m., 6:50 GMT, an unidentified projectile fired from Ukrainian territory completely destroyed a service point of the FSB border guards in the Rostov region, located about 150 meters away from the Russia-Ukraine border, the FSB said in a statement. There are no casualties. Sappers are working there. The RIA News agency shared video footage published by the FSB, which showed that a small outhouse had been torn apart. The footage did not show the projectile. Ukraine said it had not shelled Russian territory. Its military has previously accused Russia of faking pictures of shells to make out they were Ukrainian, and said that mercenaries have arrived in separatist-held eastern Ukraine to stage provocations in collaboration with Russian special forces. Shelling across the line dividing Ukrainian government forces and pro-Russian separatists in eastern Ukraine has intensified since last Thursday, and diplomatic efforts to avert a military conflict between Russia and Ukraine have increased. Russian-backed rebels seized a swathe of eastern Ukraine in 2014, the same year Russia annexed Crimea from Ukraine. Kiev says that since then, some 15,000 people have been killed in the conflict in the east. Ukraine says skies safe as some airlines suspend flights. Kiev, February 21, Reuters. Ukraine said on Monday about 10 airlines had stopped flying there amid U.S. warnings of an attack by Russian forces massed on its border, but insisted its air corridors were still open and flying to the East European country was safe. Germany's Lufthansa, LHAG.de, said it was halting flights to Ukraine from Monday, joining KLM, which has already done so. Scandinavian airline SAS also suspended weekly flights, while Air France, RF.PA, has decided to cancel Tuesday flights between Paris and Kiev as a precautionary measure. The current cancellation of flights by a number of foreign airlines is dictated solely by the information aggravation of the situation, and not by real changes in flight safety, Infrastructure Minister Oleksandr Kubrikov told a news briefing. He did not name the airlines and said that the state is working to replace cancelled flights. Kubrikov said Ukraine International Airlines, UIA, had already opened ticket sales and increased the capacity of aircraft on additional flights from Kiev to Munich and Geneva, which Lufthansa was unable to operate. UIA said 13 planes were still active. The airline has a total of 26 aircraft in its fleet, but 9 of those left the country last week for storage sites in Europe, including 7 on February 14 alone, according to Flight Radar 24 tracking data. The exodus came after 2 Ukrainian airlines disclosed problems in securing insurance for some of their flights as Russia masses a huge military force on its border. Russia and Ukraine both hinted at fresh diplomatic efforts to avoid conflict on Monday, but Ukraine's biggest airline said its insurers had already terminated cover for at least some of its aircraft on flights inside Ukrainian airspace. One insurance firm denied airlines were pulling out due to a lack of cover, however. We continue to support many airlines that fly into the region, said Bruce Carman, Chief Underwriting Officer at Hive Aero in London. UIA operates a mixture of Boeing 737 medium-haul passenger planes and a smaller fleet of Embraer EMBR-3.SA, E190/195 regional jets. 3 larger long-distance Boeing jets were mothballed during the pandemic. Thank you for watching our videos.